Welcome to Yoga with Katie. Today we're going to be doing a vinyasa flow for the summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year. We're reaching the peak of summer, and we're going to be going a little bit slower and doing what feels good. So finding your version of comfort and maybe even doing your own shapes in between if something feels good to you. So we do practice yoga responsibly here. So you're going to pay attention to your surroundings and the sensations in your body. And we're gonna go ahead and get started sitting down. So if you know that you need a prop or blocks or a bolster or a blanket, whatever you need, go ahead and grab that now. But we're gonna start seated, cross-legged if that's comfortable. And we're gonna relax our hands with palms up. Go ahead and soften your face. Close your eyes if that's okay with you. Palms up is for receiving. Palms down is typically for grounding, but today we're thinking open. Inhale, think tall through the spine, up through the top of the head. Exhale, we're sending our energy down, out through the tailbone, rooted into the ground. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Last one, this one's different. Inhale through the nose. When you think you've reached the top, sip in more air. Exhale through the nose. When you think you've reached the bottom, push out a little bit more air. Then find your natural breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. As we pause in this stillness, we're finding some gratitude for the last 6 months. Being grateful for the sun, all the energy and vitamins it has to offer. If you are practicing outside today, maybe notice how the air or the sun feels on your skin. Becoming aware of other sensations such as sounds and smell. If you are inside, we are practicing this as well. It's just on a different scale. I encourage you to stay here as long as you need, but if you're ready for some movement, you're going to take your thumb and touch each fingertip on your hand. When you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms, elbows wide. 2 more times. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, cactus. Last one. Inhale, up. Exhale, elbows wide. Wonderful. Let's make it a side bend. Left hand down, right arm up and over. Side bend to the left. Option to grab behind the head. Think elbow back, head up, chest up. When you inhale, come back through center, release the hand behind the head, other side. Side bend now to the right. Option to grab behind the head. This just adds a little bit of pressure, pressing your skull into your hand. Elbow is wide. Once more, when you inhale, sit up tall. Hands come to the tops of the knees. Let's do some seated cat-cows. Exhale, rock back, round the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, pull the heart forward, chin is up. Do it again. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, forward. Last time, exhale back. Inhale, heart forward. Wonderful. Let's move into our tabletop pose. Hands on the floor. Hips over the knees, shoulders over the wrists. Let's go ahead and extend your right leg back, toes on the ground, and then just send your weight back, driving the heel behind you. Weight is in the heels of the hands. Pressing the earth away, core is in and up. We're thinking right hip down, left hip up. Feel a stretch in the back of the leg. Release that pressure. Go ahead and take your right knee, and we're going to massage the left calf. So option to just add pressure. Maybe you like to slide leg up and down. Could be little circles in a pressure point. Again, we're doing what feels good to you. Some people love this one. Some people hate this one. So you have the option to skip. Just give it one more moment of attention. Awesome. Release that. Take your leg and reach it all the way around to the outside of your right hand, and then just walk your hands forward, sending the hips down. Pausing here in this lizard lunge. Option to rock side to side, opening and closing the leg. We're just here to feel good. If this is too much, maybe blocks under your hands, add some lift. Inhale. Exhale, release. Take that leg and swing it all the way around, crossing a little bit to the left so that your knees cross like a lady sitting in a chair. Spread your feet as wide as they can go, and then you're going to rock your hips back. So it's like a child's pose, but now our legs are crossed. This is our Gomukhasana cow face pose. So your feet, your legs are like the horns of the cow. Inhale, controlled. Slowly breathe out. Inhale, come right back up. Now it's our left leg's turn, so uncross the legs, recenter yourself. Taking your left leg back behind you, toes down, send the weight back. Feel the stretch in the back of the leg. Pause here. Tune back into the senses, tune back into the moment. Inhale, release that. Now your right calf gets a massage, so take that left knee, and then we do what feels good. Being mindful of your wrists here, we still are having a lot of pressure on the wrists. So if you need to substitute for fists, that's good too. When you exhale, release that. Swing your foot all the way around now to the outside of the left. Walk your hips forward. Pause here in stillness or in movement. Big breath in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale is when we come out of the pose. Now your left leg swings all the way around. Cross the legs. Squeeze those thighs nice and tight. Walk your feet out as far as they'll go. And then sit back into your cow face pose. Here we're working the hips and the glute. Slow down the breath. The next time that you inhale, come out of the shape. Uncross the legs. Let's do our first downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, send your hips up and back. It's okay if the knees are bent. But we're thinking tailbone up to the sky, pressing your chest to the thighs. Your entire palm is pressing on the mat, especially your thumb and your pointer finger are pressing in. Let your head be ahead. Shoulders are down the back body. In your down dog, your feet are about a little bit wider than hip width distance, making room for your belly. When you're ready, look forward, step forward with your right foot, option to grab the foot and kind of help it along. Standing nice and tall, high lunge. Your feet are on their own roads, so try to stagger them. Inhale, tall with the upper body. Exhale, sink low with the legs. Inhale. When you exhale, open out warrior two. So you're going to pivot your back heel down. I like to wiggle my front foot off to the left. That way the front heel is in line with the back arch of my foot, of that left foot. Let's activate the arms, squeeze the shoulders back and down. And we're trying our best to stack our spine here. So we're not leaning forward, not leaning back. Trying our best to keep our shoulders over our hips. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, reverse that warrior. This is more of a side bend. Almost no weight in this back hand. Still sitting low in that front knee. One more breath. When you inhale, come out of that shape. Beautiful. Come forward, returning to your high lunge. Add a little bit of pressure or bounce in that back leg. Step forward, chair. Chair is our hips back, arms are up. Weight is in the heels, so you should be able to lift your toes. Go ahead and press into the floor, stand up tall. Hands to heart center. Pause for a moment. Let's interlace the fingers behind the back. Palms to touch, knuckles to the floor. Lift that heart up. Inhale. If you can keep the hands forward, fold, knuckles now to the sky, head to the floor. Again, it's okay to bend the knees here. Sending the weight into the toes if that's comfortable with you. When you exhale, release the hands. Chair pose, hips back, arms up. Go ahead and step your right foot back, high lunge. Making sure your feet are on their own lanes. Inhale, lifting through the torso. Exhale, sitting low with the hips and the legs. When you exhale, transition now to the warrior two, open to the right. Same thing, wiggle that front foot so that the heel can draw one line all the way to the back arch of the foot. Stacking shoulders over hips. Shoulders are active, back and down. Inhale, flip that front palm, reverse the warrior. Core is nice and strong so that our back hand is not adding too much weight. Still sitting low in the front leg. One more breath. Inhale, come out of it. Return to that high lunge so you're pivoting onto that back foot. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back into a plank or modified plank, knees to the floor. Exhale, chaturanga. So we're lowering down, elbow squeeze by the sides. Your hands are right at the armpits. Go ahead and send the hips down, roll the shoulders back, heart forward for this back bend. Exhale, lower to the belly. Go ahead and tent your fingers wider than the mat. Fingertips on the floor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop your left shoulder down to the floor and melt. Inhale back through center. Right shoulder gets a turn. Drop that right shoulder through center, twisting to the left. Let's do it again. Inhale center. Exhale twist. Inhale center. Exhale twist. Inhale center. Return to the belly, hands under the shoulders so you can press back. Traditional child's pose. That's knees wide, toes touching, arms reaching forward. If you'd like something different, you can take your knees closer together, reaching the arms back behind you, dropping the head down. Finding your version of child's pose, what feels good. Recentering yourself, returning to the idea that we're celebrating the summer solstice. Longest day of the year. One of the ways to celebrate is to watch the sunrise and the sunset. Also, one of my favorite things to do during any Sabbath is a nature walk. When you inhale, go ahead and sit up into a kneeling position. This is just a transition so we can lay on our backs. Swing your leg forward, scooting your hips to the middle of the mat, and go ahead and lay down. Go ahead and hug one leg into the body, and the other leg can stay bent, foot on the floor. If you feel okay and you want to reach that leg long, go ahead. But we're just going to sway that knee that's hugged into the body side to side. Switch your grip to catch behind the hamstring and kick the heel up to the sky. Let's circle that ankle. Really exploring the entirety of that joint. Reverse if you haven't already. Exhale, kindly release the leg, and you're going to cross it on top of the opposite leg. So we're going to move into a banana or a crescent pose. Arms reach up overhead, and then side bend to the same side. So your body is making like a banana shape, curving. And our goal here is to stay as flat to the floor as we can. So hip points are up to the sky. Same with your shoulders are pointing up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Exhale, release. Return that body through center. Now your second leg gets a turn. Hugging the knee into the chest. Option to keep the other leg bent, foot on the floor or long on the mat. Rocking side to side. When you're ready, catch behind the hamstring, kick that leg up, heel up. Let's circle the ankle. Thinking head is heavy, shoulders are heavy. See if you can relax any tension in your core. Reverse the circle of the ankle. Wonderful. Taking that leg that is up in the sky to cross on top of the opposite leg. And then arms reach up and over to that same side that the legs are crossed. 3 breaths. When you exhale, release the shape and find your version of Shavasana. It could be traditional corpse pose where arms are alongside the body, palms facing up, legs are long and turned out. Chin is slightly tucked to find a nice long neck. Otherwise, find what's comfortable for you. If you'd like to sit up, if you need a blanket, if you need a pillow, get all the wiggles out. As you continue to rest and find your version of stillness, I am going to end class here, but I encourage you to lay here as long as you need, either physically or mentally, or taking the hands in prayer fashion, palms to touch, and then guiding the thumbs to touch at the third eye. This is our reminder to have an open and receptive mind, open to new ideas, reminding ourselves that we are responding, not reacting to the world around us. Guiding the thumbs down to the lips. This is a reminder to have kind words, not only to others, but to ourselves. And then taking the thumbs down to the heart. This is a reminder to have a truthful heart, that we are honest with ourselves, that we are living our truth, being genuine. The light in me bows, honors, and respects the light within you. Namaste.